Why don't we have a bash at ranking the top 5 Liverpool players of the first half of this Premier League campaign? It's going to be difficult, but I think between us, mate, we can get it done.
Very big headache you've gave me, Craig. Thank you for letting me know out of the blue.
Mohamed Salah be number 1 here, yeah. We're both agreeing with this.
I'm going to throw in a shout. I feel like Trent's being overlooked in this conversation. I don't think Trent has had one bad game this season. Whereas I think Salah, when he's been having a good game, he has an amazing game. But he's also had a few games where he hasn't been all that. Like, I think the last few games, he's probably not been, vintage Mo Salah. And that's no disrespect to him. It's just, I know what he can do. Whereas I think Trent, week on week, has only gotten better and better and better. So I think there's an argument. Even though Salah's got the numbers and he's got the goals and the great performances, I think Trent has probably had more good performances. I don't think you can picture this 11 without Trent at the moment. In terms of how important he is from getting that ball to A to B, the switches that he does, the way he finds Mo Salah at times. I just think it's a shout. I'm still going to go with Salah as number 1, but I thought that's someone that you should throw in there.
Yeah, you have to go with Salah number 1. I mean, you think back to the Manchester City goal and just those moments of absolute magic. And then at Old Trafford as well, when we handed them their backside. I mean, yeah, I think we'll have to go with Salah as 1, and rightly so. But let me just counter your Trent with my most consistent defender this season. I've loved Baby Giraffe. I've loved a bit of Joel Matip this season. I thought he's been phenomenal.
But again, I think Trent's had more good games and a bigger impact on the team than Joel Matip. And I think Joel Matip has been amazing. I agree with you. Best centre-back. Not best defender, best centre-back, but he plays a defensive role. So in terms of a defensive player, I think he definitely has a shout at being the best in the team this season. He is amazing, world class in my eyes, and top 5 centre backs in the league. And I think without the injuries that he's had over the seasons, we look at Matip in a very similar light, the way that we look at Van Dijk. We look at them two as the Vidic and the Ferdinands of this era, because they are both that good. And there's been times where I think Matip's outshone Virgil van Dijk. So I do feel a bit mad not putting him at number 2, but I think for me, Craig, I'm probably not going to be dying on this Trent sword. I think Trent has actually probably had more last-ditch moments than Joel Matip this season. How mad's that? In games where the attackers threw on goal, he broke the press, but still Trent was there and got across just in time. And then he's still been doing everything, in fact, actually better going forward. More precise crossing, more risks with the diagonal passes, and not only the diagonal passes, but going more central. So that's why I'd go with Trent as number 2.
Look, I'm not putting up an argument against Trent. I think what you said is absolutely spot on. He has grown in stature and importance to the team as the weeks have gone by. And his range of passing never ceases to amaze me, mate. He's just a phenomenon. Where do you sit at Alisson? It's been a bit of a mixed bag. He's made some really big saves. He has, but he's given me some hard moments.
I can't believe this sentence doesn't make sense in any other form of life except this one. Alisson against Spurs cost us 3 points, but saved us from getting none. Does that make, how should that ever make sense, Craig? He cost us the win, but he also stopped us from losing. What the fuck? And that's the thing. Alisson is so damn good to where he should be in this conversation, because not only is he a good all-round goalkeeper, he organises the defence. He's a leader. I've been, at the bottom of the cop ends. Literally, I'm talking, couldn't get any more front row. Alisson just doesn't shut his mouth. He doesn't shut up. And that must be massive to the organisation of the defence, telling people to go forward, telling them to come back. You need a vocal goalkeeper, and Alisson literally, I feel like he is the perfect man, but weirdly enough, just with the Brentford game, the West Ham game sticking out, which is a game that he cost us. I'm on the fence with this one, but from without really thinking about it too deep, I don't think he gets into my top 5.
I've got one for you, and he has to be mentioned. Fabinho.
Yes. Now, that is someone who I'm happy to bring to the table to compete with Joel Matip for 3rd place, because Fabinho has been amazing. He's the one player, I think, in our whole squad where you can definitively say he's the best in his position. Like, obviously, Van Dijk as well, maybe. But even still, people like to throw in Ramos. Salah, of course, but people still like to throw in Messi, and I think Fabinho is the one where you definitively, fair play to Casemiro, but I think Fabinho's better. Henderson, some big moments at a big derby.
Always be up for a bit of Hendo love.
Well, we always win when he's there.
I mean, another name, I suppose, as well, is Jota's had some big impact. Some big impact, Jota, this season. I mean, he loves a header, doesn't he? Loves a header.
Best in the team, Harry, in terms of the technique. He's always getting in on them headers. can't believe we haven't even said Diogo Jota yet. That is a man who's got double-digit goals, and we're in December. And when you've got facts with an injury, and when you've got double-digit goals, the maddest thing is, it usually in December it usually means you're the top goal scorer, and he's not. Usually teams rely on their main man to go ahead and bag them goals, whereas in this team, Diogo Jota has said, I'm still that good. I can still get loads of goals. He's already got more goals than what he did last season. So, do you know what, Craig? I don't know if I've convinced myself, but I'm probably going to go with Diogo Jota number 3. Jota has looked at Bobby Firmino and said, hey, chill. Keep that bench warm for me when I come off. Lads, and it's harsh to say it like that, but that's what he's done. And weirdly, I like it because I love Firmino. But Diogo Jota, lad, I think he has a chance to be a legend for this club.
I think we'll just hang off for the second. We can try and think of that more.
Hold on. Let's breathe.
This is difficult. It's difficult. It is. I mean, we're talking from August to now, if we're going for the first half of the season. It was easy to get Mo in there, number 1. I mean, we'd no trouble with that one. Trent at number 2, no argument there. I mean, how do we go about evaluating Thiago as an example? Because the stats show when he plays, we win.
I just think he's had a few shaky games as well.
Yeah, Newcastle particularly wasn't great. Has had some injury concerns that kept him out for a while as well. Your boy, Mane, again, I don't know where to go with Sadio because I don't feel he's playing that bad. I just feel he's missing some goals.
Yeah, that's it. He's just missing the numbers, but he's actually been playing good football, I think, over the past 3 games, and it's only 3 games, but I think he's been better than Salah. In terms of the overall contribution to the team, Salah's definitely still got more numbers in that time. I don't think he gets in the top 5. I feel like the ones who are in contenders for the rest of the places, Joel Matip, Fabinho, Jota, and Hendo. They're the 4 for me that I think fill in the rest of the places. But
we're doing this, we're not including Virgil van Dijk yet.
What's Virg done wrong?
He's not done nothing wrong, but he hasn't been his own brilliant best.
But he's not been,
his own brilliant best is up here, and him being.
What about that pass against Wolves? What about the pass against Wolves? Where he puts it into Salah and Salah just lays it off to Lord Divock Origi.
We're stretching it, but
I'm not going to lie, I think Virg deserves to have a shout in this, Craig.
You're right.
I mean, he's done nothing wrong.
Judge him? Do we judge him by his own standards, or do we judge him by mere mortal standards? Because his passing is out of this world.
I still think he's been the best centre-back him and Matip have been the best centre-backs this season. I really do believe that. I think number 3, we've really got a debate between Jota and Matip.
Fabinho?
Nah, I think Matip and Jota.
I mean, I've got to be fair. I started off this by thinking Matip was the best defender. You talked me into Trent, and rightly so. So I probably should be defending Matip here. I probably should be bigging him up because he has been amazing.
He literally makes important dribble runs where he lays off the ball and does all that. He's creative to our team as well, man.
And his passing is probably
solid.
Some of them passes, defense splitting passes.
It just looks weird, but it's effective. But it's just because he's got a weird shape. I reckon you go with Jota. Double-digit goals. Double-digit goals, already.
Was it Arsenal? It was Arsenal he went full on Bobby Firmino and put them on their arse, wasn't it?
Yes. He beats 6'3" men all the time. He's about 5'8" who plays FIFA.
And he's a pressing machine as well.
He's massive to the system. Think about the space that he creates for the other 2 just because he's a whole different headache. I'm going to go with Jota.
Number 1, Mo. Number 2, Trent. Number 3, Jota. 4, Matip. 5, Fabinho. That's my pitch.
Oh, but Fabinho's been dead, boss. Who do we miss more when they're not in the team, Joel Matip or Fabinho?
100% Fabinho. But I think.
But do you think that's because of the depth beneath it? Yeah.
Look at the squad depth we have at centre back now is brilliant.
Going from Matip to Kanate is not as bad as going from Fabinho to, with all due respect, because he's still young and got great talent, Tyler Morton.
Or even Hendo in the 6. You still notice the differences because as much as Hendo can,
I still think Henderson's decent in the 6.
It's so difficult though to leave out Hendo in this
Henderson,
conversation.
even Alisson to a degree. Van Dijk. Oh, Van Dijk.
This is the joy, but there's people at home screaming at us now. Somebody they think Chris. Chris is going to tell us that Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain should be on this list.
Oh yeah. Let Chris enjoy his fun in it. You know what I mean. I hope he has a nice roast dinner on the 25th. Yeah, I think Van Dijk does just about have to miss it. I just can't remove it. I think Matip's been the best centre back, and I think Fabinho is undeniable.
Numero uno.
Wait. Craig, this is... I didn't know
I
it was
told
going
you
to
this
give
was
me
going to
this.
be a
This is a
headache.
headache.
I promise you a headache.
I feel me. Can't we do a top 7?
No, we need to put it on to 5. That's the fun.
Fine. Just stick. Signed, sealed, delivered, go.
So, number 1, Mohamed Salah. Number 2, Trent Alexander-Arnold. Number 3, Diogo Jota. Number 4, Joe Matip. And number 5, Fabinho.
Fuck. Yeah, I like it. I just don't like the way there's no Virgil or Henderson, but that's fine. It's fine.
I mean, yeah, some good names in there, but I'm happy with our list. I'm happy with it, James. Again, let us know your top 5 from August, from the season start to right now. And you just know there's going to be some angry people out there, James, who feel that we've made a hames of this one. But we tried. We gave it our best go.
We tried. You saw that we suffered over this, so give us a break, will you? For fuck's sake, we love all of our players.
Don't forget, drop a like on the video, hit that subscribe button as well, and we'll be back to drive you crazy very soon.